Well folks, welcome back to the workshop. Today we have a sick Hitachi hammer on for repair. Don't often get these ones on, wouldn't be a popular machine. And this is the actual Hitachi as well. This is the older version, not Hikoki. This one is the DH50MR and she's from 2008. These were a big hammer. They weren't all that expensive, but they weren't all that good either. Case in point, this one. Now the actual motor, she's still running. So the expensive side of it seems to be okay. Problem is up this end, as you can tell by the grease. Look at the state of that. How was somebody still using it with it rattling around like that? Hopefully it hasn't damaged the piston in that, but I can't test it either because something going on with the tool holder. Can't get a chisel onto it. So we'll strip it down and see what we can do, or see what we can find. Hopefully the bolts up here have just come loose and need to be retorqued on with a bit of Loctite maybe. Hopefully just a bit of a clean out is all it needs. We'll see what the tool holder's missing and why it's not taking the bit. Now, that's the best way to get onto it. I can see the problem now. Lovely. So the piston looks to be still intact. Not much grease in it, obviously. That's all out here. Right. Looks like it's just a clean-up job for this. Clean that out. Yeah, you may as well just take that all off. Not much point leaving it like that. Bit messy, but everything actually seems okay. Right, take it over, wash it all down, leave the insides. Everything else looks okay, even the O-ring looks okay. Give all that a wash. Before we wash it down, we'll just check out this tool holder. See why it's not letting the bit on. There's the problem there. It's twisted. How did that happen? See these actual roll pins for holding in your chisel. They're meant to be sitting in this channel. How did that get twisted around? That's it on now. It might just be a very simple wee fix. Leave that for now and we'll test it until we get it all back together again. one nice clean Hitachi hammer. All the grease removed. Also took out the piston, just give that a wee wash as well. I'll just take out the striker too. Just give it a fresh coat of grease. But the O-rings themselves are fine. Just make sure everything is nice and dry. And here, spot on. Right, for a start, just give them a wash. Could replace them, but I don't have anything with a flanged head on it. To be honest, flanged head are just a wee bit better. I'm going to give these a good coating of Loctite. And I mean a good coating to make sure these don't come out again. Now, healthy grease is what I'm using here. So it comes in this nice kilo tub, and I can use a paintbrush with it. Just put a wee bit of heavy grease on the piston, just because it's a bit better for the seal. Not essential, but it helps a little bit. Stick that in there, just run it back. There's just a little C-clip on top to hold it on. Install this gear. And get a good dab of grease down in there. A little bit of extra, just for good measure. Like to have a good bit on that actual opening as well. It's like a little bit in reserve. Push that on. That's that bit. Get your piston and two hammer pipe. Make sure it's going on. Hopefully the Loctite will stop this coming loose again. That should help hold it. It's fairly easy to work on, especially when you're knocking onto the motor side of this. They're not overly complicated, these machines. Or at least this DH50MR. Some of them can be complicated, but this one ain't too bad. A bit more complicated on the motor side of things and the gears, the actual drive gears, but this hammer section up here, pretty straightforward. So that's it reattached, cleaned down. Now we just need a wee bit of grease. Stick 60ml of healthy grease into that. Keep her well lubed up and hammering. Don't forget your O-ring underneath your cover here to keep that grease on. There's only this plastic cover keeping it on. It's not like there's an extra plug on top. It's just this cover. Now, tool holder. She's now back in position and working correctly. Still plenty of meat on the wee keyways inside. 3 big massive keyways. It takes a long time to actually wear through them. They're basically brand new. What can happen sometimes is this here sleeve can split. But that's fine. If she cracks, she can spread apart and actually get around these tool holders here. But obviously that's not what's happened here, because this one here is not broken. There's no crack in it at all. It can't be from when it was on rotation mode, boring something, because the actual butt will be selected into the keyways as well, so it's not like it can slip and cause this to move. But imagine whenever the chisel wasn't done, this was either pushed down too much and moved, or got a slap or something. Can't see anything wrong with that or why it was wedged over like that. But it's back to normal now from just knocking it over, and now it's working. Whenever this sleeve's on, it's only moving up and down. There's no reason for it to be twisted around anyway, so I'm not going to do anything else with that. As long as it's holding the chisel bit, that's all we need. And lastly, side handle. That should be all I need to do. She looks a lot better anyway. Through all the modes, now to make sure she hammers and takes the chisel. That's her. And she's taking the chisel out as well. One old Hitachi DH50MR rotary hammer. Fixed up again, tightened up the head, washed it out, new grease, tool holder adjusted, put back together again. That's her. Thanks for watching, folks. Give us a wee like and a follow if you're liking the tool videos. Cheers!